What's going on, Music Impact Network? This is Nic Perez, your community manager. Welcome to the Music Impact Network podcast. If you don't know, the Music Impact Network is a community of after-school music teachers and professionals. We create content and resources for after-school music professionals, and we also have a Facebook group where after-school music professionals can get together, get feedback, share best practices, and connect. Today's conversation is going to feature myself and three other after-school music professionals, Nic, Anders, and Javier. All three of them work in and around Boston in after-school music, but they also oversee clusters of other after-school music programs. In this conversation, they outline the ways that they're intentional about youth development outcomes within their after-school music programs. A way of teaching valuable career and life skills that go far beyond just music. Check out the conversation.
One of the number one things that adults fear is public speaking. Mm-hmm. And I think that it's one of those things where I was always kind of a shy kid growing up, and I got to be in high school, and I was in the theater department for the productions in the winter, and it really forced me to be outside my comfort zone. And I think that I didn't have as much stage fright when I would play my piano recitals or perform my own music live. And I think that teaching music and having a cool opportunity to perform, or finding small digestible opportunities for kids to get over those nervous places really allows people to break that that illusion that public speaking is something that everybody should be afraid of. I think that we have the ability to have music be a great tool to make people feel self-confident about what they say or they're singing or they're playing.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Nic, do your youth kind of understand those things? I know your youth do a lot of performing. Do they understand that there's value to it beyond just hey, I'm going to go do this performance? Do they see themselves growing as people? Is it something you talk about with them, or is it just sort of?
Yeah, definitely. We have bi-weekly feedback in my clubhouse. So it's a time where we're getting away from the instruments and we're just in a circle, and we're giving the youth feedback on their performance, on how they're doing. And we do a plus and a delta. The plus is something that we see that they've really improved on, and then the delta is something that we would like to challenge them with. Mm-hmm. And through that, they're able to see hey, I noticed that before you wouldn't want to hold the microphone, and in the open mic you were willing to grab the microphone off of the stand. A challenge would be next time, try to keep the microphone right in front of your mouth. And through those things, they start realizing oh, I'm actually developing skills that I could one day take to the workforce. Because they do tell me, and I think it's great when you have alum come back and be hey, I'm in college now, and remember when you had me set up the PA system? I'm now in charge of my student body's cafeteria jam sessions, and I'm the one putting up the PA system because no one knew how to set that up. And so they're learning skill that they can take with them.
All right, what did you think of that conversation? Are you intentional about youth development outcomes in your after-school music program? Let us know in a comment down below. If you enjoy this episode, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel and to our podcast, and the conversation is going to continue within our Facebook group, so make sure you join if you're an after-school music teacher. I've put the link to the group in the description down below, and all after-school music teachers can request to join. This has been Nic Perez, your community manager. Thank you so much for checking out this episode of the Music Impact Network podcast.